Hello and happy Friday, everyone. We've made it at least almost to the end of another week. I just wanted to make another quick video. I try to do these things at least as often as I can. As subjects come up or different words or anything that come up that I feel relevant, and I certainly want to share it with everyone. And as always, I want to thank everybody who has given us the opportunity to earn their business this week. This week certainly is, I guess it turned out to be a lot better than it did last week, which is a good thing. But we certainly always want to keep things positive, keep it moving, and just want to be very, very positive about everything. As always, please help us with the sharing of these videos and try to like and share them and get them out there, and try to even try to put these things off on YouTube also, because we want to start developing that YouTube channel. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I would always try to have a link there, and once it links you over to YouTube, please try to subscribe. We want to start building this channel up because we want to start providing some what we feel will be some very relevant information, especially not just hearing from me all the time, just me talking and yapping about what I think about being positive, but I also want to bring in some guys with some technical knowledge on different subjects. So of course we always like to try and cover our three top areas. Of course is the real estate, insurance, and mortgages. We want to bring those guys in, but we also we want to bring in some guys that handle maybe roofing or water softeners or whatever else is in the house that's kind of relevant at that time, and maybe bring in an inspector and an appraiser, anyone who can come in and provide some great information, because we certainly need those things. We want to make sure that all of our customers, our friends, our family, everyone gets all the necessary information. That's why we keep trying to make the videos every week. It's not just to so you guys can hear me yapping all the time, but I certainly want to be able to provide a few different things out there. But in my experience, it's just been, I've been harping on the being positive part of it, because it's so easy to get into that negative rut where things seem to come against you all the time. I mean, just to give you an example, I'm trying to record. I had to go dig out one of my old video recording cameras just to try to make this video, because the computer, all these computers in the office are brand new, but for some reason I'm having issues with them. So, but these things happen. So all we can do is just keep pushing forward. So as we encounter things, we need to have someone trying to help us to remain positive and let you know you're not in it alone. I mean, just like you go through tough times, we all go through tough times. We just sometimes need to hear that, hey man, we're not the only ones that's just getting beat up every day. So we want to just keep trying to make these things as positive as possible. And as always, if you feel like you want to call in and talk to me, or you want to share what happened, you can come in and share your story on video also, because it may help someone else. That's why I'm always pushing myself in front of this camera just to talk about it, because we just never know what someone needs to hear. There was a couple words that came across, and we discussed this before, but it was about ignorance versus selective ignorance. That's what the topic that I wanted to make sure that we discuss today. So, and these things can be good or bad. It depends on how you use them. So I guess as we always start, we start off with the definitions. Ignorance. Ignorance is the condition of being uneducated, unaware, or uninformed, have a lack of knowledge, information, or education. It's just in a state of being ignorant. Now, selective ignorance, on the other hand, is just the practice of selectively ignoring, distracting, irrelevant, or otherwise unnecessary information received. So we just say such as emails or news reports, or even sometimes we selectively remember certain things about friends and family, and sometimes we try to remember, sometimes we say we forgot or whatever. That's how we always say sometimes we pull the old selective ignorance out of the hat. So a lot of times you see, that's why I stopped watching the news so much. It's like you hear guys talking about certain stories, and he's like, there's no way that the people couldn't know these certain facts or whatever, but some reason they just never recall, or two people can watch the same incident and they just see things totally different. So it's like, to me, when we saying selective ignorance, you're just pretending, I think, sometimes, that you don't know something. when it's so, it seems like it would be common sense, but sometimes we always, I guess that could be another topic all on its own about the common sense part of it. So the what I wanted to make sure when I read, these are the books, like this book here is the one that I read this book many years ago. I think I've had this book since about 2007. So sometimes you need these books or these positive books to kind of help you through it. Now this book the title is 25 Days to Better Thinking and Better Living. It's a guide for improving every aspect of your life. And it was written by Dr. Linda Elder and Dr. Richard Paul. So I just pull them out just to reread them or go through things, and it says 25 days. So what it is, we have all these different books about different affirmations and different positive things you can follow, and at least you can break it down into a day by day, so you're not trying to read an entire book in one setting. So it would just be like one chapter a day or something, make it easy reading. But the book was started, had a couple quotes in here I wanted to read and go through, and I'm not going to read the whole book. I just want to pull a few sections out of it, just to maybe it'll encourage you to go get the book and check it out also. So there were a few quotes here in the beginning, but I just wanted to pull a few of them out. The first one, the key to every man is his thought, and that was written by Emerson. So, and the second one was, of all knowledge, the wise and good seek most to know themselves, and that quote is written by Shakespeare. And then there was another one I thought was relevant. The first step to knowledge is to know that we are ignorant, and that's by Cecil. So a lot of times we don't know what we don't know, and if we think we know too much, we won't bother picking up the book. So sometimes we need to know that we don't know everything, and that would help us to go seek some more knowledge somewhere else. So in the preface, it was just this was just one quick paragraph I want to read from there. Thinking leads man to knowledge. He may see and hear and read and learn whatever he pleases, and as much as he pleases. He will never know anything of it except that which he has thought over, that which by thinking he has made the property of his own mind. So, I mean, a lot of these things you can kind of pull your own definition out of it. You know, seem like if we don't take heed to anything, we don't learn anything. So it's not just reading. We do have to kind of follow what these books are saying. And I wanted to pull another quick paragraph out of here also. And it says, you must wake up your mind. You must begin to understand your mind. You must begin to see what is causing you problems. You must begin to see what is causing others problems. You must learn how to trap it when it tries to hide from itself. We're talking about your mind. It says, using one of the many forms of self-deception at which it is naturally skilled. You must discover some of the trash and nonsense you have unknowingly taken in during the years of passive absorption to which all of us are subject. So that's why when I say I try to limit myself on the television watching and a lot of the negative stuff, because it just passes. You're just sitting there and all this stuff is getting into your mind and getting into your subconscious. You be wondering why I feel this way, why it's my opinion, is this going this direction, why did everything seem to be taking me to a negative part of where I don't want to go. Because it goes back to this little quote here. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thinking. And that's why you don't want these things to get into your subconscious and have you thinking negative thoughts all the time, and you don't really know why and why you feel this way. But a lot of it is so much of the foolishness that we take in during the week, and that's why I'm like, man, we got to figure out a way to keep each other feeling better about ourselves, keep each other a lot of times people use prayed up, or however you want to do it, whatever you feel. Like I said, I'm always speaking on the spirituality part of life, not necessarily religion. I don't like to get into certain religion, because once we get to the religious part of it, that seems to be so divisive. We always divide ourselves up if we start speaking strictly on religions. That's why I always say if we were more spiritual, and we try to keep everything positive, that's one way to bring us all together, because we all want to seek the same thing. We're looking for peace, and it's like everybody trying to get into heaven, but we just have to start looking at ourselves in a way that how can we all get along and work together and do these things and bring each other up, and stop with all the negative and the tearing each other down all the time. That's my biggest problem is I don't like to see where we start to just argue amongst each other for no reason, and why we would want to try to make each other fail for no good reason. So with me, my biggest thing now is going forward is always I want to stay positive and just try to do what I can for even for the friends, family. Like I said, some people have fell off over the years, and a lot of them I don't even know why. You know, we don't even know why people stop speaking to one another, what goes on, what happens. But I always try to reach out and just I don't mind admitting if I was wrong, I'm just wrong, and I be wrong and drive on and go on with it. You know, so I'm not the one that just keep hanging on for forever. So I got see, just keep it positive. I know I'm going to be in the office by myself. So for the most part of this week and next week, I'm going to be in the office alone. My agent, sir, he's gone on vacation, so he wanted to go out and do some of the visit, you know, back home. You know, people having fun at Mardi Gras and doing everything there. So I don't get a chance to do much of that. I always have to stay here and work. So, but if anything, you guys try to have a good weekend. Be safe. If you need anything, you know you can always call me. The office number here is 210-858-5008. And if I'm not in the office, call me on my cell phone. That's 210-990-6677. So whichever way works best for you, give me a call. I look forward to speaking with you guys. And as always, have a good weekend. Until next time, you guys take care.